What's going on, guys? It's me, Cheese. Yeah, that's me. And I guess I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the other day, which was literally yesterday. I woke up at 12 p.m. today, so I'm not hungover. I'm not one to drink or smoke, surprisingly. But anyways, I wanted to talk about a party that I went to. I got invited, and I was like, all right, I'll go. I'm not I'm not really a party person, so to speak. So I'm like, all right, bet I'll hit it up, right? And I go. It's whatever. I'm not. I don't really go out too much, and the only time I do go is to go out either the grocery store or on my way to work or at work, right? And I'm like, all right, this is kind of out of my league, so to speak. It's not really my zone. And I go, and it's like whatever. I go. I thought initially I was gonna like knock at the door because it was in an apartment, so I was like, oh shit, all right. So I'm trying to set up really quick as possible, but I knock at the door and I'm thinking, oh my god, if I open this door, everyone's gonna be like, shh, 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 all right, be quiet, be quiet. And I'm gonna walk in and it's gonna be super, super awkward. But that wasn't the case, surprisingly. It was kind of like a little hallway when you open the door. So like once you open it, it's kind of like walls on the side, and then you kind of turn to the right, and then there's the living room and so on. And walked in, there was already like five guys kind of surround like two sitting on a chair, one on the couch, and I was like, "Hey, what's going on, guys?" I've never met these guys in my life. The only person I knew was the person's that invited me to the party, and I was like, "Oh shoot, all right." And I guess I was super early. I guess I was supposed to be there at 9:30, and I got there like at 9:20. I was like, "Oh shoot," and I tried making small talk, and it was kind of more of like casual. And then we decided to go to the balcony, and that's when they all started like you know, uh, smoking some cigarettes and some other things. And again, I'm just joking, but that's what they were doing. I'm like, whatever. Um, I'm just there to chill and be happy or whatever. Try to engage in the conversation is what I try to do, and it's whatever. Small talk. Everyone's doing their thing, and I was like, oh no, thank you, I'm good. Um, and that was it for almost like 2 hours. I noticed they were talking about going to a bar and things like that, and they're like, some guy was like, "Oh, I hate parties," and they walked him out. They kind of like they just kind of walked out, and I was like, "Oh, okay." And then more people started coming in, and this started to turn into like a house party, kind of more people coming in, and I was like, "Oh, this is okay. That's cool." And then kind of people started cycling out. People came in, went out because it was in the balcony, and I had like one spot that I wanted to stay at. Like I knew the moment I got up, that spot was gonna be taken. So I was like very very territorial when it came to my little spot, and I wasn't like that awkward guy on my phone, saying this party's lit. I was trying to make talk. It went all right, I think. No conversation really went too far. I guess it was kind of more like kind of you know like a quick interaction, kind of so to speak. And I was like, whatever, whatever. I don't know. Maybe again, I've never been to a party, so to speak. Like the only party I probably went to was like once during school and one during my freshman year of high school when I got invited to this house party. And I don't really drink, so I had the can in my hand and I was like, hey. At the moment I drank it, I was like, dude, I was gonna vomit. I was like, I hate the spark. It feels to me, it feels like sparkling water. I was like, dude, that is straight bolus. I'm not drinking that, man. And so I was just spilling it out. Anyways, going back to the party, right? And I was like, oh, all right. And then that's when I started meeting my old coworkers from the other job. I was like, dude, and we came one by one. And I was like, oh, dude. So the person that invited me was an old coworker, and everyone like started recognizing. I was like, dude, I'm gonna blow my head off in front of everyone right here. Like, I had nothing against them. It's just more of like I left that job and I didn't really expect to see them again. And I was like, oh yeah, 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 whatever, right? And that was mostly it, dude. Like. I was just a bunch of small, boring talk. I was like, man, I don't know if I was the boring guy, if I was just making some like stupid, lame conversation starters. Like, there was a couple people. I'm like, dude, you look exactly like this person from this show. Let me show you. I thought it was like normal. Let me see. I think I wanted to make like joke around, so we were like in this. Then I went inside, so I was like in the balcony for 2 hours. I was sweating my balls off, man. It was hot, and I was wearing all black. This is the outfit I'm still wearing right now is what I wore to the party. I'll here. You know what? Here, let me show you real quick. Here, let me show you. This is what exactly what I was wearing, man. This and some bracelets. Hold on. This was this was it. And I was like, dude, it was so hot, man. Like, it was so hot, and I was like, jeez, man. Like, I didn't want to like burn up, right? So I was like, man, after 2 hours, it was like already 11:30. I was like, all right, I'm gonna sneak out. I'm gonna like this was. I'm out of here, man. Like, dude, I could have got myself some Jack in the Box and play some games, dude. Like, I think I would have had a better time doing that. And I remember I'm like, hey, and I'm like walking out slowly, right? And the next, the person invited me is like, they catch me and they're like, oh, you gotta go? Oh, come on. I'm like, Uber's here? I'm like, oh, not yet. I didn't order it yet. I'm just gonna go. And they're like, nah, stay here, make some friends. I was like, dude, it was, so I was basically forced to talk to a couple of people. Not forced, but I was persuaded, so to speak. And I was like, fine. I decided, like, you know what? I'm gonna try. Again, I'm not really a party guy. I'm not really like a woo. It wasn't a rave, so to speak. It was more again like a house party, just people doing their own thing, chilling, talking. And I was like, all right. That's all I got from it. And that was it, man. Like, I think one conversation that I remembered very specifically was again, I joked around. I was like, "Hey, so we're all being performative, huh?" Just kind of joking, and some guys laughed, and uh, some guy was like, there was a drunk guy in front of me, which was a coworker. And, dude, I noticed like a little. That's crazy. Okay, and he was like, "I didn't know what you said. All I heard is that you." He pointed at the guy that was next to me, that you were being performative. And the guy looks at me. I'm like, "Whoa, that's not what I said." And I was like, "Oh my god!" I thought I was gonna get my shit rocked at a party, dude, like for no reason. Again, I said the group was being like, as again, not as if we were, but I'm just saying. So we're all just being performative, right, guys? And some guys like, ooh, I was like, dude, it's over. My life, I thought my life was over. It was so awkward trying to explain. Like, no, no, no. I said we're all being performative, but then it just made me look a little bit more guilty. And the guy ended up he's like, kind of like trying to blend into the conversation and slowly walked himself out. And I was like, dude, it's over. It's over. I thought my life was over. I thought I was gonna get beat up at a party for something I didn't even say to someone. And yeah, that was it, dude. That was my experience. I was like, bruh, whatever. And that was kind of like my final straw. Started listening. And then I grabbed a room temperature cold pizza and some watered down Dr Pepper, and I was like, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go kick some rocks. And then I walked myself out. Some person that was with me in the balcony, like during that time, was like, "Oh, what's your name?" "Oh, yeah, I'm Cheese." And they're like, "Oh, nice to meet you." And I'm like, "All right, yeah, you guys have a good night. Yeah, take care, blah blah blah." And then got my Uber like about a minute ago, and then walked and I got home and I was like, damn, I was already tired, man. Like at that point, I felt like with all that secondhand smoke and just boringness. Oh well, I wouldn't say boring, just kind of it wasn't my thing, so to speak, and it just wasn't my thing, and I was like, dang, and then I just got tired, and the entire time I was thinking how I could have been at home, getting sand and gravel for my Minecraft realm, because I'm building a bunch of roads, and I was like, dude, I could have been making concrete right now, and that was it, man. That was my day, and that was yesterday, and I was like, dude, I am so done. Anyways, yeah, that was it, man. That was my party experience, and will I ever go to a party ever again? Probably not. Maybe when I'm like in my 30s or my 20, like maybe in 2-3 years when I become a raging alcoholic and I'm like, where's my wife? And then start tripping out. You know what I mean? But again, for right now, it just wasn't my thing, man. I mean, I don't know if I would even ever go to a bar. I mean, I mean, it's probably the same thing, just more, I don't know, normal, I guess. I don't know. There's like pool, I heard, darts. I'm like, I don't know. That's the type of stuff I wouldn't even ever do. I mean, if they got games, maybe. But that's kind of it, man. That's kind of my experience. But anyways, yeah, I just wanted to go and talk about that. I know it's been 11, 12 days since I've last uploaded. Again, my schedule's all over the place, man. And I have been working too, so it's I get tired sometimes. I'm like, yeah. And yeah, I guess maybe in another video, maybe in a video from the next one or the whatever, I'll probably talk about my work experience there, and it's and stuff like that. But anyways, I'm probably gonna leave it like that. That's my little party experience, and if you guys ever gone to a party like that, and maybe you're complete the polar opposite. You're a party animal. Tell me your experience. I don't know. I don't know if that's is that how you engage with your viewers, if there's any. I don't know. Anyways, hope you guys have a good one. Take care, and I'll see ya.